Lux Angus here. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new episode. And in this today episode, it is about my experience in initiating through and into the qliphas of Nahemoth, the Black Earth, or yeah, what I have experienced there on as much details that I can allow myself to share with you. Well, the cliff at Nahemoth, the Black Earth, is one of the main foundational cliffers and energy centers and foundations you as an initiate should do your best to integrate and to establish in your own energy body. It really is damn important because the Black Earth represents your kingdom, your darker kingdom, or the kingdom which absorbs and integrates and actualizes the qlipothic forces within your actual body, within your actual reality, physical reality, so to say. If it's actual, well, that's a debate to the Gnostics and such. There are many philosophies. If the physical reality is actual reality, if not just a half illusion and half truth. In other terms, it's also known to be the Maya, the illusion or the divine web of entanglement and such. But regardless, there is some alchemical proponents in the Black Earth, in the reality we live in, that is for our awareness and consciousness needed to absorb, to experience, and to interact with, for it to change and for it to generate the necessary energy for the change and for the expansion of awareness and its many hidden and obvious capabilities, so to say. So the Black Earth, you know, I guess some initiates some initiates tend to underestimate the power of the Black Earth. I took almost like 4 months, or if not longer, being in this cliffa for a very long time because I felt, of course, you must also listen to your own intuition, to your own guidance, what feels right to you, what feels in alignment to you too. Of course, there's a rough baseline of each initiation for 1 month. That's fine, it's good. But if you really want to properly integrate these things much on a deeper level, and if you do resonate that it should take a little bit more time, then it should actually take a little bit more time. Many people want to rush these steps, and then they are wondering why there is a leakage, why there is a blockage, why there is problems, why there are stagnations and unnecessary challenges that you should actually have had to first grow for and establish the capacities and the vessels for to properly walk through and go through. And that is what Nahemoth does. It transforms your physical vessel and reality to be able to contain and cultivate the next steps that you do after. There are, if you look at the qlipothic tree of death, there are 11 spherical steps, that are included, which you as a beginner initiate should go in a row. It for a good reason. You do want to successfully cross the abyss, and not even the previous 7 steps that you do in a clip of initiation does not necessarily always guarantee you will make it successfully either. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, do it properly, do it thoroughly, take your time, integrate those energies. And in the Black Earth, it is like, it almost, not like it does force you to eliminate and to let go of and to cancel and to cut away things on a physical and astral level which is in misalignment to your acclimation of qlipothic initiation, power, attainment, and healings, everything that is hindering to that process, be it relationships, be it bad habits, be it um, even some spiritual alignments. There has been some practitioners who had to first cancel certain religious affiliations with or certain belief systems with before they could actually move forward. It's not about dogma or heresy or blasphemy, not always necessarily. It's about breaking through the programming and through the old belief systems and old selves that you are identifying with your own self, that is binding you to your old self and to your old state of being and to your rigid structure of your right now existence. These things do have to get rid of. They do have to be made in alignment to this initiation that you are embarking on self on. Like I'm gonna tell you, in real life when I was doing some heavy work in old people place, like care taking care of old people and such. Of course, we could say it's normal, but like when I was walking there, I mean, people died there like flies. Like when I was staying there, like 14 people died being there. Not just there, also just in my own personal life too. Now it was like a huge damn cleansing that this cliffer has forced upon me and through me upon others or the collective that I have to deeply interact with or that I am in deep connection with. So expect a lot of death energy actually coming up in your life, because Nahemoth is also a twilight realm. It's the realm between the earthly kingdom, the Sephirotic kingdom of the visible world, the physical world, but also the afterlife, the more darker afterlife, where people and spirits and ghosts and as such get attached to the earth plane and through that also to the black earth, to the darker afterlife or the qlipothic realms. So expect that when you initiate through this sphere, that there will be a lot of themes of dead people, like afterlife stuff, hauntings, ghosts, spirits, and as such, and also just some graveyard stuff, death energy. A lot of death happened in some weird way, not just outside of yours, internally. You will have to go through a lot of personal dissolutions to make space, to make room within your own self for this transformation that you are embarking on yourself. So it's a lot. It's like people say it's the first step. It's the most basic, quote unquote, basic initiation, but it's surprisingly challenging in some weird way for some people, and especially for people I fear who generally tend to not be as grounded within their own bodies and within physical reality. That people just who have a hard time just being present in the present moment because they are so with their conscious mind embarked on the astral and spiritual plane, and with energies, with sensitivities, with feelings and all such. They you know it's sometimes very difficult to just stay earthed and grounded within your own physical vessel, and that's why this earthly initiation can be challenging, because it does in some way kind of force you or binds you to your own physical experience and to your own body experience, and at the same time feeling on almost like on a physical plane the potent transformation and death energy and letting go and sacrifices that you have to do. and for some people it's easier. Maybe they already lived such a qlipothic rough life, or it's completely new to them, you know. So, and then also, like, I had many sexual energy awakenings in these qlipothic spheres too, like with my significant other. Like, it was earth shattering transformation on a sexual energy level. Like, these experiences were so deep and so transformative that almost like they opened up these channels within your own self, and that those energies could then move forward within my own energy system. So you can also experience some very deep, and of course I cannot completely generalize it because qlipothic initiations have a kind of a universal nature to them. That's true. Like, there are some similarities by its initiations, but there will be also to a certain degree individuation too. Like, not everyone will have the exact same experience or alchemies or transformations bestowed upon them, you know. So, but yeah, like on my end, like, it's like it was also awakening of my deep-rooted sexual or draconic and serpentine energies within, and to be able to like move these energies forward in my own system. These things had to be through physical and astral and spiritual experiences to be activated. However it may look like, of course, I'm not gonna go into details. But yeah, no, like, it's a mixture, a lot of death energy, sexual energies, sacrificial energies, also deep earthly black or dark energies, because like it's very binding, it's very condensing, and just generally, like, it will be, if you take your time in this, it will be a period of time where you are just letting go of all the things that holds you back on your spiritual, mental, soul and physical initiation. So be prepared if you really intend to initiate through the black earth, because it will require from you, if you not do the groundwork or foundations. you know Even me, I also have a lot of practice, continuous practice in magic, witchcraft, rituals, meditations. But still, regardless, these things will regardless challenge you, because there cannot be a diamond out of without any pressure. Coal cannot become a diamond without pressure. So in these initiations, expect the difficulties and the challenges will be measured up to your power level. You know, most of the time, sometimes the qlipoth can be quite merciless as well, if you know what I mean. But yeah, other than that, this is my rough or brief open talk about the Black Earth initiation. Hope it helps. If you have any interests in more magic education, spirituality, and rituals, go check out my link in my bio. It's my Patreon. There's also free stuff on there too. I would consider checking out. Other than that, now consecrate, and we shall see heroes again.